I was very impressed. It definitely performed to what I expected out of ProTech. So I got to test the Fusion for quite a few weeks towards the end of the season, and had a lot of fun using it. It's definitely an interesting product, and it performed as expected with all ProTech products. The cleanup's nice. It's nice to have an in-between type of thing where you're not wearing down steel edges as fast as as you should, and you're kind of mixing it in between. You don't have to go out with a steel edge or a rubber. You get a mix of both, and being able to adjust it is huge. And it's got a lot of things I like, that's for sure. So as far as the floating coupler goes, I'm in love with it. I think it's amazing. I think it's a huge innovation with everything as far as being able to have the pusher floating and almost floating free and not having to have float on the machine. And you can really kind of hook up and get right there, that middle point, and push, and you're floating over all sorts of catch basins and obstacles in your way. And it's impressive. I definitely am a big fan of the floating coupler. The Fusion kind of gives you the best of both worlds, being able to go out with one piece of equipment instead of going and switching between two, depending on what the conditions might be. Make sure everybody's adjusted and the way it needs to be. And other than that, I would say it's a drop and go kind of pusher, especially with the floating coupler. You don't get much easier than that, I would say.
Adjusting the rubber edge isn't difficult, but it kind of takes two guys, and they got to be a little more precise to get it right, whereas adjusting the shoes with this segmented thing, that'll just make it a one-man job. It'll go very fast. Probably the operators, most of them will be able to do it on their own, and that's good for us, because as soon as they detect it's not scraping as well as it should, get out, make a quick adjustment, and they're back on their way scraping well.
So at the airport, we had a lot of time restrictions with planes coming in, planes going out, and with the ability to have a pusher that actually got down to pavement even without salt, helped us achieve those goals and make it safe for the planes to come in and out. We actually had a rubber edge and a metal edge also on the air side that we were using to actually do an actual comparison side by side, and the Fusion Edge did much better than both.
We got to test the newest, latest, greatest coupler, the steel impregnated cutting edge, which is just all great improvements. It's a lot easier to adjust. We don't have to undo a dozen fasteners to adjust the cutting edge. We can just simply pull a pin and adjust the shoes, and that controls our height. The coupler, it allows us to float with the varying degrees of pavement and the elevation changes. So many people, when they design these parking lots and we build them, they don't take snow removal into account. So having a floating coupler allows us, with the different inverts and changes in elevation as we're plowing these parking lots, we do a much better job. It allows us to be more efficient. We make less passes. The steel cutting edge cushioned with the rubber around it, it makes so much more sense than we used to do it. It's sectional, so if we wipe a section out, we just two bolts, we bolt another one on and go.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below so you'll be notified when the latest videos come out. You can also click the link down in the video description to be taken to snowpusher.com, where you can see our full product line, find your local dealer, and find other valuable information. As always, thanks for using ProTech.